Hello everybody and welcome to Cadillacs and Dinosaurs on the arcade. This is a classic Capcom arcade game based on the comic of the same name. So you're probably wondering...
Actually, the original comic is called Xenozoic Tales. I don't know why it's on the intro arcade.
Anyway, here are the characters. Jack Tinrick, part mechanic, part shaman. Okay. Anna Dundee, diplomat and explorer. Mustafa Cairo, engineer and Jack's friend. Apparently being Jack's friend, it counts as a job. Meso Bradovic, elusive past. Elusive past?
That's very ominous.
I'm guessing that's explained in the comics because all these four characters are given zero characterization over the course of this game. So
I guess
all right, Jova, you'll be the all right, Jova, I'll be the bad guys and you'll be the good guys. That's the voice acting we'll be doing.
Sure.
Anyway,
I love how they use
sound effect.
Like I said, they used the Godzilla sound effect for dinosaurs for some reason.
Oh, so you're playing with your brother? Just like in Streets of Rage?
Very good too.
Yay.
Alright, East Coast 2513.
Oh no.
We are tired of you interfering with our business. My men will teach you a lesson. Or not.
Jesus.
Great lesson.
Okay, so Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Here's the basic story. This is a world where dinosaurs and men coexist in the middle of, well, not just in the city.
Apocalyptic future, apparently.
Yes, and basically, there's this group of evil people who are using dinosaurs for their evil misdeeds. So our heroes, for some reason, are the ones who are going to stop them. Maybe I'm guessing the comic explains things better. There you go. Okay, and as you can see, everybody, have you played any classic arcade style beat 'em up? Then you've played this game. It's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, it's a classic Capcom form. I'm actually curious, Pedro, since Capcom released a lot of them, of that particular bunch, what's your favorite?
Probably this one. This is the one that I played the most growing up. Don't get me wrong, I love Final Fight, but this one in particular is more creative for reasons that I will mention later.
One of the cool things about this beat 'em up is that you can actually wield firearms, which help out massively.
I can see that.
Yes.
Wow, that guy has a lot of blubber shielding him from those bullets.
Well, it released a grilling stick, so yeah, that means something.
Alright, Joe, get ready.
You eat food from the street.
After gives you more health.
After we beat this guy, there you go. Alright.
Go! Hey, creep, get away from her.
Get lost or lose teeth. What?
That's right.
Your carcass will fatten up this rock hopper before I skin it.
Jesus.
Yeah, the dialogue in this game is very Shaq Fu-esque, let's just say. Yeah, basically, this guy has decided to throw this Velociraptor at us, even though in this game he's called Rock Hopper. And his name is...
that's the nickname they gave it to him.
And his name is Vice T. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, basically beat the crap out of... Oh, and by the way, when you beat the dinosaurs, they turn green and go away. So yeah.
I guess they're like brainwashed
now.
So okay, here's the basic gist of it too. If the dinosaur is yellow, that means it's against you. If the dinosaur is green, that means is nice. Color coded for your convenience.
Think of it like the bad guys are brainwashing the dinosaurs.
Also, apparently checking here, the game was, of course, just like every other around the time, was internally developed by Capcom, but the composers, Isao Abe and Shun Nishigaki, sorry, if you know about them, they're the historical composer of the early Street Fighter games, so...
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this game, this game also carries a lot of those same traditions. There you go, see? Yeah.
It'll be okay. See?
Perfect.
Just stop, drop, and roll. Even though he was burning alive. Damn, I'm good.
Those portraits.
Alright, so let's see what he says now that we've beat the crap out of him. City in the Sea. That was the name of the level. The butcher is hunting in the northern woods. The mess with him. That guy is really nuts. Again, that's such a Shaq Fu line. Like, because in Shaq Fu, when you beat one of the opponents, they usually say something like that. Oh, there's this other guy that you have to beat. Be careful, because they're really badass. Like,
Gotta love how we drove up here in our slick ride.
And of course, Java, it's called Cadillacs, and that was
As
the
I
car
tame
like
this
that.
dinosaur with my fist.
I love how the Triceratops is called Mac. Like, excuse me, Mac. Like,
I guess it's similar to the enemy types, even the dinosaurs have the names to use.
there you go, kid. There you go, kid. This is what you should do when a gigantic beast is right near you. Just punch the fuck out of it. Clearly, that is the right course of action.
Alternative, grab your dad's gun and shoot it.
Oh
Gotta
yeah.
tame it.
Here's a
Oh,
cool
boy.
thing. This T-Rex is asleep, and the fat mooks, they will try to wake him up so that he will start going on a rampage against us. So it's a good idea to do what I'm doing, which is, fortunately, I already know that in advance. I've played this game quite a bit. So I'm making sure the hammer T's don't get near the T-Rex.
Let's just say T-Rexes in this game are probably no
Also-
fun to deal with.
I see a timer sometimes occasionally popping up. What's with that?
Well, that was common in arcade beat-em-ups too. In the
No, I know that, but usually the timer is always tucked in like on the top screen or in a corner and always telling you. Here it just shows up occasionally.
I don't know. So the Asterix video game also has a timer that shows, except it's shown by the bard singing. It's like it boils down to that exact thing. If you dawdle around too long in one place, the game will start a timer forcing you to move forward, or otherwise you will die. Again,
Okay.
the arcade owners didn't wanted to make sure that the players didn't consume too much time because there would be other people maybe that would want to play.
Mhm.
Again, we have to
Hey,
remember.
Simon Belmont, what are you doing here?
We have to remember that this game was an arcade. To this day, I don't know if this game has been re-released in any of the Capcom arcade compilations.
No, because I know actually this one because I actually know about this game. I haven't played myself, but I know about it. Since it's a licensed product, Capcom basically lost the license, so it's always stuck there.
So basically, we have to resort to emulation.
Pretty much.
Figures.
Honestly,
Can't- Java.
Can't believe this. Look at all the dead bodies.
Oh my God! The dead dinosaurs. What have we become, guys?
It
What have we
happened,
become?
for a couple of titles, like for example, the Alien vs Predator game, until recently, where it was released in that particular arcade collection that Capcom has done.
The sprite work is really good, though. Love the sprite work.
Yeah.
All right, cutscene.
Usual tradition. Oh, I remember seeing this boss.
Oh, gross. This time you really done it, meathead.
Fuck you.
I guess that's what the X's
Again,
stand
great
for.
dialogue.
Basically, Shiroi, the fuck you was fully censored with the four letters being X.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I remember correctly. You can actually steal these bosses' weapons.
So yeah, Butcher is a fat guy, and so he attacks with a headbutt attack. There you go. See?
And he has very cool-looking machetes.
I
Yes.
know, right?
So yeah, but this is the also fearful Butcher. So let's beat the crap out of him. I failed to realize.
The dialogue is to the point, at least.
Oh, the dialogue is very Shaq Fu-esque. Like one of my favorite Shaq Fu lines is when Shaq finds the beast, who's the penultimate boss, and he's like, "Are you are one ugly creature. Who are you?" And then he says, "I am Beast, Setra's greatest servant. I will beat you senseless." Like what? Oh god, the 90s dialogue is.
Considering who published that game.
EA, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, remember, Dwebs, the EA of the 90s was a very different EA.
Pretty much.
It was an EA with a soul back then.
Yeah.
Hard to believe these days.
I know, right?
If they're releasing shit like that, I find that hard to believe.
Well, Dwebs, just because you, no matter, again, like I've told you when we watched the Nino Kuni movie, it doesn't matter how talented and passionate you are. Eventually, you're gonna make mistakes and make bad products. There's no such thing as an artist that never makes bad art.
What separates, the talented folk from the hacks is, how much you mess up a lot.
And how do you react to it?
That too.
EA, the CEOs of EA and Activision are pretty content
Hold on.
to judge. Oh.
Oh, actually, no, I forgot it's the. Go ahead, finish.
No, they're
I'm a
pretty
bad
content.
mamba jammer. Yeah.
Wow.
90s too.
Sounds
90s. Actually, the cutscene now.
That's tubular, man.
Go ahead, Joe. Oh, sorry, that's me. Hey, man, it looked pretty busy. This is a good time to take Jack's garage. So yeah, apparently while we were gone, the bad guys decided to conquer Jack's garage and take it for themselves. Gee, I wonder if it was a good idea to beat the crap out of Butcher just because that other guy told us to.
Well, actually, he told us not to go there. Take the car. It would be safer. Go for it.
All right,
Oh,
so
there you
Get
go.
out here.
the gimmick with this level is that yeah, you get to drive the car and just run over everybody.
Cool.
So this prefix GTA then.
We'll just leave what's her name out here. She'll make it fun.
Oh my god, they're dying by the hundreds. And here's the boss, Hog. Yes, his name is Hog with 2 G's, by the way.
It looks like if Chris Hemsworth wanted to be in a Mad Max movie.
Yeah, this entire level kind of feels like something out of Mad Max, actually. Yeah,
Anyway.
but so yeah, the gimmick is that you can hit him with the car. However, his grenades will damage the car. Eventually, if the car loses all of its life, you'll have to beat him on foot. Fortunately, Hog is very nice and just stands around here coming towards us instead of just running away. So yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah, he has very little defense in terms of how much his health bar goes down.
I'm guessing it's because since he's a running boss, the developers decided to make it a bit easy on us.
Poof.
He bounced.
Damn, I'm good.
Oh, you know. All right, let's see what's next. Mustafa.
Our garage. Somebody is going to pay.
Oh no.
All right, then. All right, it's me now. Block the entrance of those barrels. Hurry up. Also, what is this animation I'm doing?
Breaking your arm by the looks of it.
Nice place. Now it is mine.
Whoosh.
So yeah, these guys decided to occupy Jack's garage for I guess. Actually, I don't think I can
Take
even.
over, I guess.
The developers were struggling for ideas for levels.
I guess it's a post-apocalyptic future. Any safe haven needs a nice place to conquer.
I guess.
Anyway, you're saying, Tio?
Well, no, I pretty much done. Again, the people in higher places of EA and Activision showcase that they have only a relative little care in when their studios actually fail at something, the capacity of it, how much they want to take profit from it.
Oh yeah, let's not forget Activision's famous response to when Skate was making more money than Tony Hawk. Oh, just immediately take the company that's working on Tony Hawk off the project, even though they've been working on it for years. Let's take a new, completely fresh company who don't know the first thing about Tony Hawk, and then proceed to act surprised when those Tony Hawk games aren't really that good. Especially
Yeah.
Well, mine from what I'm hearing, the games that came out after, well, Pro Skater 5 weren't all that much better.
What? There were games that came out after Pro Skater 5.
Yes.
Didn't even know
Why
that.
even? They were kind of losing the license, unless Pro Skater 5 renewed the license.
No. Activision lost it after 5. They made some after that without them, and the results weren't all that much better from what I've heard.
But still better, trust me. Look,
Oh, aren't there rumors these days that they want to make a comeback too?
I'll just say it right here.
We'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah.
I trust an IP to do better not under Activision's rule than I do trust it under Activision's rule.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if something is good on the first few goes, Activision will eventually run it to the ground and kill it.
All right. To answer, to go back to what you were saying, Shira, about the dialogue. That's the thing, Shira. Trust me. If you think the plot is crazy now, it's gonna get crazier when we introduce the real villain.
Oh, look at that! It's the red goo from Ghostbusters 2.
Jova, so when you heard that, some fans of the WWE games are crying off in the distance.
There was pink goo there.
What does Pink Goo have to do with WWE?
No. The last thing you said, Jova. You said,
What?
some things would be better off without EA. Did you forget 2K9? Did you forget 2K20?
Well,
That was like
didn't the wrestling games weren't the wrestling games published by the old THQ before 2K?
Yeah, I don't recall EA ever really having anything to do with the wrestling games.
I believe at some
Hold on,
point they, at the very least.
What are you doing in my
WCW, let me check.
garage?
Hey man, I'm here to turn this into. Anyway, he wants to make it a fortress, basically.
I see he comes from the land down under with those boomerangs of his.
And his name is Slice.
Remember, Joe, also you can do that JoJo teleporting shit.
Yes,
So it would seem.
that's a JoJo reference.
Oh, okay. No, more. To be fair, it's more like reminds me a bit more instead of Alucard's abilities in Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Weren't those also a JoJo reference?
I don't know, Joe. But in general, also this music sounds more Mega Man-esque than Street Fighter-esque. Let me see if any of the two actually worked on a Mega Man game.
Need a hand?
Well, did a bit of checking. Electronic Arts didn't necessarily do WWE games, but they did do games for back then WCW, their biggest competitor at the time.
Well, that kind of still stands though. WWE were never. Also, Dribs, knowing EA, we probably would have been even closer and worse with the microtransaction garbage that we've got in wrestling games.
Oh, there you go.
WCW didn't have enough problems.
Well, let's remember, back in the PS2 era, you'd have to do these challenges in order to unlock the legend wrestlers. Hold on. However, if it was today, probably they would include them as either really grindy shit or microtransactions, most likely.
Bad to the
They
bone.
do.
Bad to the bow.
Well,
Oh,
the 2K,
yeah.
Hold on.
2K games do that.
This is Mustafa. Help! We're under attack! The dinosaurs have gone crazy! Somebody help us! Somebody help him. Let's go help him.
Village of Flame? Don't you mean Village in Flame?
Yeah.
Also very
No,
good.
this is why fire
Dinosaurs
is
are running away
produced
from the
for
village.
this.
I was
Whatever.
They look upset.
I was slightly right. Shun Nishigaki worked in the music department of Mega Man 2, the Power Fighters.
Oh, there you go. That's another arcade game that I'm doing shortly after this, actually. Good.
Oh, you're doing Power Fighters. Nice.
Well, the last I checked, Capcom never re-released those, did they?
Not that I know.
Man, those T-Rexes are sound sleepers, all things considered.
The most egregious example of
I mean, I can
Capcom
understand with
arcade
this one,
games
'cause
that
this
have
one-
been
Don't say that.
And I can
the most
understand.
egregious sorry.
I can understand that this game is stuck in copyright limbo, but that doesn't excuse them not releasing.
Oh no, there you go. Power Fighters apparently was released for PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox. I think it was part of the Mega Man Anniversary Collection.
Okay. Oh, but
No, the most egregious example that I know of a Capcom game that was never re-released from the Sony arcade, and they have no excuse to, not do it, is Red Earth.
I'll still use Mami though because
Red Earth.
arcade compilations back in the PS2 era, the emulation was very dodgy on those.
Yes, and the European, consoles were at the frame rate capped, so.
Yeah.
That's not an issue for me too. I can just.
Blanca, what are you doing here?
Yes, Blanca's
What
in
are you
this.
talking about there? It's not Blanca, it's Bludge.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's Bludge, not Blanca.
That's another thing that I actually am like about.
Oh, and look at that! Vice T
T
showed up again as a recaller and renamed to Walter. Okay.
Call Walter. the actual more in-your-face Easter eggs to other IPs, even if the games even if there is a case of games not sharing the same universe, it's just a nice touch here and there to showcase that developers want to be cheeky.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining men.
Hallelujah.
Alright, basically, Shiroi, this is it. At the end of this level, we're gonna get a major turn in the plot.
Let me guess, one of our main characters is the bad guy.
No.
I'm not sure how that even
No,
works.
don't worry. This plot is as simple as it can be. Don't worry. It's just wacky. It's more. It's more
salad.
It's more wacky rather than confusing or whatever. Also, the village is on fire. Damn. Who the hell is even destroying this village? And why have the dinosaurs gone crazy? What could have happened? Again, I'm guessing the comic probably explains things a bit better.
Most likely. Although from what I checked here, thanks to the success of the game, we produced a tiny...
Village. It's just village.
tiny-
It doesn't actually have a name. It's just village.
We
Yes,
produced
I do.
a short tie-in animated series called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs of 13 episodes.
Huh.
Let me check what company was behind it. Nirvana Limited.
Oh,
Galaxy
Nirvana, the guys who
Universe.
made the Tintin cartoon.
Huh.
I might
Yeah,
give that a
Canadian.
look.
All right.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Again, I love how one of the bad guys is literally just Simon Belmont.
Basically, yeah.
Again, we've had bad guys who are pretty much
Oh, there you go.
Nash.
Here we go. Go ahead, Joppa, quick. Because the text goes on. Go ahead.
Thank you for coming, the Black Marketer's plea. Because I wouldn't help with their master's evil plan. His name is... Oh!
That guy always has a big mouth. So there you go. That poor old man who called us earlier, he was about to reveal to us who the villain is, but this guy killed him before. And his name
Also,
is...
Morgan.
And surprisingly, his name is not Igor, which would be very appropriate considering what we're going to learn later. Alright, there you go.
What? Dr. Frankenstein is the villain?
No, but he is but the villain isn't he a scientist too, and he's very
No,
likes to play God.
What's the complete phrase? When we'll be on our attack, we will found Dr. Wowie.
Yeah.
All right, here's
That's it, yeah.
here's the major turn that I was talking about. Oh no, I'm really gonna get bent out of shape, and he turns into a dinosaur.
Dun, dun,
Dinosaur
dun.
human hybrids.
Morgan.
Well, but Theo, don't you see? Playing God is half the fun of mad science.
Of course.
What's the point of being an evil scientist if you don't get to have fun turning people into monsters?
Monsters that are still susceptible to lead, though.
All right, and now his name is Morg, not Morgan. Morg. Interesting.
Morg.
Interesting.
Like,
Where he's
you know,
gonna
the
put
place
you when
with
he's
dead
through with
bodies.
you.
I'm more confused by the fact that he turned into a Pachycephalosaurus, but yes, still claws.
That's the thing too. Trust me, if you think this dinosaur design is weird, wait till you see the final one. Have you actually completed this game, Teo, since you played it?
No, actually I told you, I never played this. I know about this popularity, and I've seen part of it, but I never actually managed to dig it myself.
And there we go.
You can't touch this.
Because not
You
it-
saw an old friend
I'm
of ours
having
get killed.
I'm having Shocktail video game flashbacks
Got-
now.
got-
Thank you, Tio.
Go ahead, Shiri. It's
boy.
Jova,
What the
sorry.
heck? This doctor is mad. He's creating new life forms.
So, but again, Mustafa, what's the point of being a mad scientist if you don't get to play God and just completely contradict reality?
Yeah, if you don't get to be a
Also-
little bit, mad.
Also, according to TV tropes, the Japanese dialogue actually was more, explaining in terms of what the plot, because apparently they even had, even during the level, some dialogue between characters saying something, but for the English release, they just adopted recycling lines. Oh well.
Well, actually, they do have some bits. Well, as we're moving about here and there, I think that was probably the equivalent.
I seriously doubt that the plot is all that more deep. Like I'm pretty sure it'll probably just still boil down to the exact same plot, just with more dialogue, really.
Alright then.
Not to mention, this doesn't really need explaining. It's a mad scientist who's turning people into dinosaurs. Go kill him. There you go. There's your plot. See you for the next part, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.